guys, welcome back. Alexandrondon here once again, and we're pretty much back where we left off. I watched my fourth video, and I noticed that it was probably a bit annoying to watch because everyone could hear me breathing. Well, it's a work in progress, guys. I'm sorry for all the, if that's annoying. Uh, I am making an attempt to fix it, put the microphone further, up from my face, so I kind of have to talk a little bit louder, but hopefully I won't, be bumping it or anything as well, so it's another benefit to having it up higher on my headset. I know everyone can hear me fine, I checked that out as well. I talk fairly loud. So, episode 5, the one you want to watch. And I'll try and make it easy because no one wants to watch me or hear me breathe all time. So, basically, I'm building a city. And I already have a university. Work in progress. The subdivision, I have roads laid out, and that's kind of cool. I have a house model built, but now I just sort of lost my train of thought a little bit. But yeah, things are going smoothly. I got a little sidewalk design here, which may or may not end up working real well. The thing here is a little weird, I kind of think. Like where it joins the road. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out, I guess, when we get some more buildings in here. Up in here. You know, come to think of it, I am nearly positive that I made stuff go through here, which I mentioned in the last episode. But yeah, so definitely the audio setup getting much better. So, I was thinking, and I gave everyone a trivia question for the day. Last episode, the trivia question would have been for episode 3, so I sort of just missed the one for episode 4 then, because I gave the one from 3 in 4. And so, today's like a trivia bonus day. I'm not sure necessarily that anyone's doing these, but it's sort of fun to... I mean, I have friends watching them and stuff, if they can figure stuff out. And so, for those who don't know, which is probably everyone who doesn't know me in real life, I am like a big, hard rock, metal, British type of band thing. So I like stuff like AC/DC. Yes, I know they're Australian. Probably my favorite band would be Def Leppard. I like Whitesnake. A lot of stuff from the 80s, Led Zeppelin, and stuff like that. And so, for those of you who are similar to me, and I'm just kind of roaming around here with minimal rhyme or reason to get this said. But for those of you who are like me, here's your trivia day, I suppose. I'm gonna give you 2 musical trivia questions, because I know people aren't just gonna... I mean, people don't just know this kind of stuff. That's sort of the point of trivia. You have to make something that a lot of people might be able to figure out, but not something that's like, oh, everybody knows that. So, the question is, during the what's the word I'm looking for? During the recording sessions of Def Leppard's Adrenalize album, their rhythm guitarist, or I suppose technically their co-lead guitarist, no, I just sort of ruined the question I was going to say. Okay, so their co-lead guitarist died. His name was Steve Clark, and I originally was going to ask what instrument did he play, but I sort of ruined that one for myself. So their lead guitarist or their co-lead guitarist died. His name was Steve Clark. What was the cause of his death? And I mean, you don't need to be a Def Leppard super fan to know this one. If you took an educated guess, you'd probably get pretty close. So there's a little bit of a hint for you. Do you like the design on this bridge? I think it's pretty sweet. It's a block, stair, stair, block. And I also really like this thing here. So then the next question is, I'm sort of making these up on the spot. I'll give you a scientific question. Instead, I kind of lied about the band thing. During the, I just tapped the microphone to adjust it, by the way, so if there was a big pop, that was what that was. During the Manhattan Project, German scientist who, he wasn't Aryan, and so the Nazis were so insistent on their Aryan racial purity thing that the best scientists didn't work on the German nuclear bomb, which turned out negatively for them in the end. Reason why we hire indiscriminately in America, hopefully. But anywho, the German scientist Enrico Fermi, who has an element, fermium, named after him, staged, gosh darn it, get out of here, staged a nuclear research experiment, which involved, let's go over here and work, which involved uranium being shot. You shoot a neutron at uranium, and when that neutron hits uranium, it releases a lot of energy plus one or more neutrons, and or more is supposed to set off a chain reaction, which is how uranium, the bomb, worked. And so what he did was he took it under a facility, and he had a bunch of control rods made of cadmium, which absorbed neutrons, so that it was relatively safe, and safe being used somewhat loosely in this sense, but why am I saying of? They were made of cadmium. I think I already stated that, but anyway, so he made it generate like slightly more than one neutron, because like to get the chain reaction, it made about half a watt of power for 28 minutes. Nothing spectacular, but now here's your trivia question, and I probably took forever to get to that, which was probably too long. But anyway, without further ado, your trivia question is, under what major highly populated city was this experiment conducted? And so you can post those two things in the comments section down below. And, yeah. So, if anyone actually gets that right, you get an honorable mention. If anyone even watches it. Which is somewhat unlikely, actually, to be honest with you. I think my highest viewed video was my Risk in Minecraft thing, which I should probably work on improving at some point in time. I have yet to play that with an actual person, but that one got like 128 last I checked. Hopefully that changes. I've got like 13 subscribers, which could also be nice if it would go up. I'm not asking for like... I'm not trying to be Captain Sparkles, guys. I just want to be loved. No. That's alright. Let me see, what else can I talk about while we boringly watch me build? Obviously, I'm just doing some work on the stadium. And because I do it like this, the views are going to be a little bit down. I mean, people aren't going to want to watch the whole thing. It's not very interesting. But I would encourage you. I'm trying to make the content here available for people who want to, like, I don't know, learn more about building. Or I suppose if you watch me build a basketball stadium, you could perhaps build it yourself at some point in time. And I have no problem with, and I'm going to state this, I have no problem at all with anyone copying any of my I have no problem with anyone copying any of these builds that I make or the designs. Obviously, it's a game. It's like, whatever, you want to copy me, really, that's kind of an honor. You think something's good enough that you want to use it. Obviously, if you're gonna make a bunch of money off my stuff, it becomes like, well, I would like to have that money because I made it, but I mean, that's just a little bit of common sense. And if you're gonna make $5 off building one of these for someone that you know and I don't, well, whatever. I'm not gonna make $5 off someone I don't know. That's my philosophy on it. I really do think these railings add a lot of like, I don't want to say like complexity, but it adds contrast, because I mean, I'm actually I'm the type of person who, I don't know, I don't really honestly have a problem with monotonous, like, stone brick and only stone brick buildings. They look fine if you do them right. But I mean, my things do have like the stairs at the top and bottom, which gives them a little bit more detail and stuff. And my wood buildings have logs in them. But you don't need like three perfectly complementing colors to go well. Which is like when I hear builders talk about it needs to be complemented really well. Well, I gotta disagree with you there. I don't really. I think you can get something to look good with just one color, but black, that's a little different. Black just doesn't necessarily look good on its own. Because, like, if I looked into here, minus the angle thing, if I look in here, and you take away the stairs, which help a lot to get you to see what it is in the doors, and, if I was straight on, it would be a little better. I mean, is it a wall? You can't really tell very well. So you kind of, I mean, but like grass has enough texture to it. Wood, stone brick, you can definitely tell. It's got the deep lines in it. But we're about 16:30 in the into the episode, and so we're gonna start our closing sequence. I realize that effect Alexandrondon 666 sounds like I'm oh whoops, I may have wanted to take a few more of those. Let's just go like that. Get 64. It makes me sound like I'm cursing myself or something. Give me the devil. That's not supposed to go in or anything. There, good. Oops, oops. See, I am really not... That was like straight up. I do this for your amusement. I think I missed. Three-pointer. It's good. So I think, I don't know how you could really play a game of team basketball. I suppose what you could do is you could have, you have to go to a person and then you drop the ender pearl at them or whatever, and then they pick it up, and then, oh my gosh, and then you would have them shoot or something, but that brings up the problem of so you shoot and you miss, or you make, or really doesn't even matter. So then what do you do with, you have to like get another ender pearl. So what I might do is I might put like a chest right back here loaded up with ender pearls, and you can just take one out. Obviously I seriously am terrible. I died. Enough of that. But, like, you gotta have integrity when you're playing. It's the thing. I mean, it's not gonna be cheater-proof. So it's not something you might put on someplace like Mineplex or Hypixel. But anyway, guys. This was a bit of a boring one. You got a little bit of trivia questions, and the quality was much better. But other than that, you just kind of got to listen to me talk, which is going to change in episode 6, I am sure, because we are going to be taking the road that, if I just turn down the volume of nothing really. And we're going to be taking this road here and extending it down here, and then filling both sides of it up with businesses. Not all in the next episode, I can't promise you that, but by the time the episode starts, let's say I'll have a decent amount of road done, and maybe I'll even have started on a few of the buildings. But let's watch the sunset as we sign off. I can't hit that high note. I had to suck in air for the last one. Alright, Alexandrondon now signing off.